The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So Shaun and I hosted the Ronald McDonald House Ball on Saturday night. Amazing fundraising exercise. Very fancy, Shaun.
Very fancy. We're dressed up to the nines,
We
Natalie.
were.
And from the moment you walked in the door, everyone was having a crack at you. Everyone was saying how amazing you looked, and you did look amazing.
A little shout out to Peter, the CEO of Ronald McDonald House, who, because we had to get there quite early for a sound check, and there weren't that many other people, and he was in the foyer with his wife and a couple of other people, and I kind of went, oh, hello. He just blanked me because even though I saw him last Monday, he didn't recognise me because the difference when I'm done up, and I had a lot of fake hair and stuff in as well. So I had, the full fake. So fake tan, fake lashes, fake nails, and some fake hair. So my hairdresser, Dave, who is just a legit legend, gave me a long ponytail at the back, which had been to the Brownlow.
Yeah.
It's a very well-travelled ponytail. And he put in some little extensions at the front, so that kind of framed my face, came down, so that, and they'd been in Miss Universe. So
You've got it all happening for you.
Glamorous hair going on. And but it's a long night. And we had quite a bit to do on stage at the beginning, and then Ricky Lee performed, and she was amazing. I was up dancing to Ricky Lee, and evidently the weight of the ponytail and the extremeness of my dance moves took their toll. And then as the auction was happening, I suddenly felt my hair and realised that the ponytail had now, the fake ponytail had slipped considerably down what was left of my own ponytail. So it was clinging on for dear life.
It did. It decided it's time for me to go home.
Yeah, that's right. It was slipping south at a rapid rate. And so luckily, though, in a hair crisis, we had an expert was in our midst, because Megan McManus, your delightful wife, who is a qualified hairdresser, was sitting next to me.
Yes.
And she said, I can fix this.
I've got scissors in my bag.
Well,
who carries scissors in their...
I mean, she was
bag?
going to stab you later, I'm sure.
I've got no doubt.
But first of all, she's like, I can fix it. And she went back there to have a look at the situation. And she realised very quickly that it was not just a simple situation of take it out and put it back in again. Because it had some super powered Velcro and like a little thing, a comb thing, and it was all pinned in, but the pins were failing. And she was like, oh no, it's actually stuck. So it was like then stuck halfway down. I'm like, this is bad, because now it just looks bad.
So this massive rat's tail.
just hanging down, like not where it's meant to be, not looking good. And I'm like, all right, we're going to have to cut it out. So Megan, we're sitting at the table at a black tie function, gets the scissors out and just starts hacking into it. And she's like, and there was a poor girl across the table who was so mortified by what was happening that like her face was just crestfallen the whole way through. And Megan's going, don't worry, I'm a hairdresser, to her and to me, I think. And I just thought it was the funniest thing of all time. To her credit, Megan got that thing out and there was hair everywhere. None of it was mine. It all came from the fake ponytail.
I thought she'd actually cut your hair there at one stage.
I know.
Like,
she did a great job with that. They weren't hairdressing scissors. They were just, little bunky little scissors. She did a great job of getting it out. But then, of course, I have to carry this thing everywhere. It didn't fit in my bag. So I'm just carrying a ponytail around with me.
It was very funny to see, because that was the prize part of because you look so different, because you had long hair with a ponytail.
I know, and it was long. So we're talking a ponytail that was almost down to my waist. It was a considerably long ponytail. And, without it, I just had a weird little short ponytail with a bright red lacquey on, which is even funnier. And I felt... Then my head felt naked after that. We've put the video of Megan carving it up on the socials, because as it's happening, I said to Shaun, can you please film this?
Absolutely. No, it was film worthy. There was a lot happening.
Not since our colleague Claire got her dress caught in the escalator have we had something this dramatic happen. We do want to talk about when there were, big event, big fail. Did your outfit or, your hairpiece, whatever it was, fail you on the big night? A girl I know, Tara, she walks Lewis for me. At her school ball, she had a beautiful Beck and Bridge dress with a shoestring strap. In the car on the way there, the shoestring strap broke. broke.
Oh.
So then she just spends the next 45 minutes trying to pin it together. And that's, you're supposed to be enjoying the school ball moment.
The stress.
And that's right. And then you're like, is the other one going to go? It's a lot of stress. So we want to know, have you been in one of these situations?
Yeah, picture Natalie on stage when we're doing our last break holding a ponytail like that.
I mean, I could have left it on the table, but it was too funny. So...
It was very funny. We've got a $300 voucher to the Republic of Fremantle Distilling Co. Give someone a gin-making experience with a gin school gift voucher from Republic of Fremantle Distillery. republicoffremantle.com is where you need to go. All right, we're talking about outfit fails. That $300 Gin Republic of Fremantle,
Can I tell you?
voucher is going to go your way.
Their gin is delicious.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly recommend. Okay, we were at a big event and had a big outfit fail. Hit us up. Sam's in Scarborough. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Sam.
Sam, what was the big event? What was the big outfit fail?
So it was our wedding day with
Oh.
a big outfit.
Oh,
And my mum, bless her, was just a bit nervous and a bit flustered with when the photographer wanted to take photos of her zipping up the back of my gown.
Yes.
And may have been a bit too enthusiastic and completely broke it.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, it was a high neck, so it went from my neck down to my butt, and that was the end of the dress, so we had to hand sew me into it.
really, Sam?
Yeah.
So then that would have been a bit of an adventure on your wedding night for your husband to get you out of it?
Yep, so that was pair of scissors was purchased, and I was literally cut out of it that night.
Amazing.
Oh.
Do you still remind your mum of that to this day?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I will on her deathbed. So.
Yeah, no, that's and that, Sam, that is appropriate.
I mean, you don't need any stress on your wedding day, let alone that. That's the biggest thing of
Any
all.
added pressure, yeah, and she screws up the zip on the dress. Nice work, Mum. Thanks, Sam. Joe's in Aluka. Hello.
Hi there, how are you?
Hey,
Great,
good, Joe.
Joe. What was the event and what was the outfit fail?
So my husband and I were going on a big night out in London. We booked tickets to a show and we booked a nice meal after the show.
Gorgeous.
So we went to London and booked into a hotel and took our swankiest clothes. As we were getting ready, I'd started painting my nails and I said to him, can you finish doing my nails for me? So he lifted the lid of the nail varnish up, but the lid wasn't on the bottle.
Yes.
So the bottle dropped on the floor and splashed up his trouser leg of his nice suit that he's wearing. Which was a dark red, and his suit was like an olive colour. Then this comes in 3 stages. Then we get to halfway there, and because we weren't having a meal till after the show, we stopped for a Subway.
Yeah.
He had a teriyaki chicken sandwich, which he proceeded to drop down his front. So then he mopped that up. Then we get to the theatre. He goes to the toilet and comes back, and his tie is wet halfway down, and it had dropped in the sink as he was washing his hands.
Oh, my God. Joe, you can't take him out at all.
It was a bit of a disaster all night.
That's
He's very
amazing.
similar to me, Joe. That's the kind of stuff that
well,
happens
you
to me.
do have
I come to work every morning with toothpaste.
You're normally
It's definitely toothpaste.
covered in stains at every moment. Amazing. Thank you, Joe. Sheridan, hello.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good,
Hey,
Sheridan.
Now, what happened? What was the big event and what happened to your outfit?
Well, I got to go to the Crown Towers with my best friend's big industry dinner.
Yes.
And I decided to wear a one-shouldered fitted bodysuit, all in one pantsuit. But I couldn't wear any underwear under it because it was just too fitted. It was too tight.
Sure.
So I decided I needed to go to the toilet halfway through the night. And as I was going to get it back up, it caught and split, and the zip, which was very, very long down the side, literally would not do up. I had about 4 people come in and try to help me. In the end, I'm standing in the cubicle, stark naked, with stiletto heels, calling my best friend's daughter saying, can you please find me some clothes to put on because I can't get out the door.
Yes.
And she had decided to go up to her room and have a few vodkas while she was looking for the outfit. Half an hour later, I'm still trying to call her, stuck in this booth. Can you please get me some clothes so I can get out of here?
Yes.
So eventually she brought down some clothes, and meanwhile the ABBA tribute band was on. I was like, come on, let's dance. Let's have another drink. And then everyone was like, oh, you're the one that was stuck in the toilet with us. Oh, it was so embarrassing.
Forevermore,
Sharon,
you'll be known as that,
Sharon,
Sheridan.
with the people you were with, were they really surprised? But weren't you wearing something else before you came back?
No, I wasn't, because they were staying at the Crown. I wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
yeah.
I came in and met them in, but fortunately, but my bestie, I'm
Yes.
tall, she's tiny.
Right.
So I was just like, I don't care, just find whatever.
Yeah.
Look after another couple of.
I mean, the
chances,
Crown
you know,
robes
you
are
don't
very
care.
comfortable, so you probably could have just partied in one of those, I reckon.
No, great.
I know. It's nothing quite like being naked in a public toilet, is there?
Speaking from experience now. Well done. Hey, Sheridan, thanks for the call. Joe and Sam also as well. $300 voucher to the Republic of Fremantle Distilling Co. Give
Yes.
someone a gin-making experience with the Gin School gift voucher from Republic of Fremantle Distillery, republicofremantle.com. Sheridan, that's going to go to you, mate.
You deserve a drink after all of that, Sheridan. And the gin school is the best.
Yeah.
I've done it. It's brilliant fun. Brilliant fun. Get on board.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Very lucky to have Adam Gilchrist in the house. We're going to talk to cricket about Gilly with cricket just in a second. But before I do,
crowd's
I
gone
just want to announce that the footballers at the Fremantle Dockers, 1st to 4-year players, Gilly and Nat, they've started training this morning.
Oh,
In your face.
good times.
You forget it goes so quickly when you've got time off, and then
Yeah.
they're back into it. So they're pre-season, and once they start pre-season, we've all kind of been through those hard training sessions, but it doesn't end. Like, it's just
and
relentless.
it's through the heat of the summer too, as
Yep.
it really starts to ramp up. That's when they get into their most intense training.
Yeah, so good luck to all the AFL
Oh,
boys
poor
back
thing.
in.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hello,
Sorry,
Gilly.
Gilly.
It would, even in your downtime, every soft drink or beer
Yes.
or whatever, or pie you have going, I'm on holiday, but
Yeah.
that'd be in the back of your
There's
mind,
a
wouldn't
price
it,
to
Shaun?
pay for it, isn't
Because,
there?
I mean, it never was a real issue in our game because, I mean, we get classified as athletes, but the most loosely used term in history.
Well, Nathan has
and I'm
always
not-
maintained that if a seagull can stand next to you while you're playing your sport, it's not a sport.
It's not a sport.
and attack the hot chips that you're eating as the athlete. But no, it's not something that we ever had to be too worried about. But no, good luck to them. That has been a quick turnaround.
Brutal.
Yeah, I really feel sorry for them. But on the cricket, we were just speaking off air, Gilly, because Glenn Maxwell during the week, he belted 200, right? And we saw that he had cramp and he couldn't really stand properly. And in the end, clearly after getting dropped twice, it was dropped once, an LBW shout, which I would have given out 100 times out of 100. And it was shown that it bounced over the wicket.
Yeah.
So he was walking to the dressing room and he had to walk back out, right? So take that into consideration versus Gillies against Sri Lanka in the World Cup final where he just teed off like he was at.
So in a final, not
Cottesloe.
against a minnow, you know. let's put it up there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was a final.
Afghanistan,
So yeah,
Afghanistan.
Has been the most commonly asked question to me in the last, since Tuesday. Did you see Maxi's innings? And look, I'll put my hand up and say at 7 for 90, like a lot of people, I went to bed thinking they're useless. They're
Yeah,
going to
this
get
is
done
done and
by
dusted.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And also went to bed secure in the knowledge that my 149 in the World Cup final in 2007 is safe as
Safe,
Australia's best ever one-day innings. And geez, I got a rude shock when I woke up. Mate, the phone had lit up. But anyway, no, that's...
So, well, let's talk about the merits of it. Because somebody last week wrote a letter to the editor in the paper to talk about how your innings was better. And these were the reasons that they said it was better. One was because the opposition. So... Because yours was a World Cup final, it was for the title,
that's
the
big
pressure
time.
was on. It wasn't a match where it didn't really matter against a minnow, really, which Afghanistan are.
Yeah, they are.
So there was that. Did you give any chances in yours?
I got dropped in the crowd about 8 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no.
So no
No chances.
chances.
Nah, look,
So you know,
I think we could stretch this out as long as we want and have as much fun as we'd like with it. But I'm gonna knock you down a couple of
no, we're
points
Team
there.
Gilchrist
Why?
here.
Yeah, no, I know. So am I, believe me. But I think Afghanistan, they aren't a minnow. They've
No, they're
won 4
rapidly
games. They were
improving,
playing for a
yeah.
spot in the semis
Yeah,
in that
they were,
game.
yeah.
And so were Australia trying to
Yeah.
secure it. No, I think taking all things into account, it doesn't matter where it was, what it was, or who it was against. That was the most extraordinary innings.
It certainly was
and
entertaining.
I think from the match situation and the physical side of it,
Yes.
that heat there is stifling. I mean, Barbados in April
Yeah.
There's no place you'd rather be than
Yeah, well,
Barbados.
they talk about the April sun in Cuba, and it's not far from Barbados.
It's not far away from there. So it was... No, Maxie's one, I think, is the best innings that's been played in white ball cricket.
Have you ever had cramp
Simple
like
as that,
where you've just been... like lying on the ground, unable to move, and then they basically just stand you up in front of the wicket and say, hit it?
I've always aspired to bat that long, but I've never been in there long enough for that to happen. The only time I've lay like that on the ground, as Maxie himself, he called it never go full salmon. Where you're just lying down, sort of quivering like a big salmon's in there. The only time I've lay down flat on my back like that in a game of cricket was in the IPL, so it was right at the back end of my career.
Yeah.
And I was playing for a team called Kings 11 Punjab with Sean Marsh at the other end. He hits a single. I run really quickly, get there, and I feel ping, ping.
Oh, two hammies.
I've done a hammy.
Both hammies. Oh, I'd never had a soft tissue injury in my whole career. So you got two at once. So I'm lying there on the ground, and the physio comes running out, and he's a guy that used to physio for the Australian team, the Sri Lankan team. He's been, and Paddy goes, which hammy is it? I went, both. And he goes, and he looks at me deadpan, straight face. He goes, 27 years of sports physio, never seen it.
Never seen it.
So no, I've never cramped up like that. I've suffered the odd cramp here and there, but I've had Maxie on our podcast straight the day after, and he was talking about his toes cramping up. So they were curling up, just wrapped around, and that then led to the calf or shin cramp, like the front of the shin.
I had that last week.
Have you?
Last week, never knew you
there
could get
was
that.
A muscle there.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Yeah,
but
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, all over the place, and he had the dodgy back. But and interesting that if they weren't playing at a ground that had such a steep staircase to get up, it's massive amount of stairs to climb up in Mumbai to get up to the actual change room.
Yes.
He may well have retired hurt at some point, but the physio said, if you go up there, we're not getting you back down. You'll never come down. So even if you go off for half an hour and then come in at the fall of the next wicket, you're probably not coming back. So it was good advice from the phys.
Yeah.
Amazing. Those stadiums themselves over in India, what level are they at? So we've got Optus and, a lot of people in WA would have gone and watched footy teams in MCG or South Australia or something for cricket. What are they like?
Oh, they're brilliant now. They're so much improved from 1996, my first tour to India. We were there training. We were playing in a triangular series in Delhi. It's called the Feroza Kotla Ground. And there was one pavilion, one small little sort of change room that had a little grandstand on top. And we were training the day before a final of this triangular series, and I looked around the ground, and there's just workers there just literally getting plastic seats, just putting them out around cement-tiered sort of terrace areas.
Wow.
And that was the day before the game, and they're painting the fence, just a bit of advertising. Now they're state-of-the-art. They're fantastic. And the latest one, the latest one in Ahmedabad, where the final will be, they claim it holds 130,000.
Well, I was just going to talk about Ahmedabad, because our mate Cambo, he played in Ahmedabad when he played in the next tier down from the IPL.
CPL.
So whatever it was, he said when he turned up there, the stadium, it looked like it was in ruins. Yeah. And they said, don't worry. They took him for a tour and said, don't worry, it'll be fine by Saturday.
Yeah, that's it.
By Saturday, it looked like a brand new. So they have since built the new Narendra Modi one.
ICL it was. There's a lot of things in India, and I say this with the utmost respect. You're not sure whether it's being built or being taken down, whether it's brand new
or that
and
it's
just they're
halfway.
pausing for a moment.
It's amazing.
It's not the only country. It could be around Australia as well.
But
no, the stadiums are magic. That one in Mumbai is brilliant. It is. I mean, the imagery on TV when they do the drone shots, it's right on the edge of the the Queen's Necklace Road that runs around the bay there. It's stunning. It really is. It's
beautiful.
But but they just like to have. Well, Ahmedabad has got even more steps from the ground to the change room than Mumbai. So they like steps.
They really do.
One thing, Gilly, getting to speak to you about, we were talking cricket earlier on, but all the places around the world which you've visited time and time again. So when we're just mentioning those Indian stadiums, the names of the roads around the outside and all the different parts of them. Out of those places, like you got to go to West Indies so many times, and Nat mentioned New Zealand, which she's going to shortly. What are your favourite places to go and visit?
Can I throw one at you and see what you think about it? Because I reckon you would love it. Galle, Sri Lanka.
Beautiful.
It's amazing,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
It is such a beautiful place, and everybody sits up in the fort and looks down into the. Yeah, so you can get it. You don't have to pay. You just go and sit up there, and you can look straight down onto the ground.
Yeah. The hotel down there. This is way back. I think there's probably a few new ones down there. It was called the Lighthouse, right on the cliff face. It was stunning. Yeah, really.
It's a beautiful place.
Really nice place to go. My favourite place, I think, has got to be Dharamshala, which is right up north of India. There's been some games in this World Cup.
Australia played there,
yes,
didn't they?
So that's at the foothills of the Himalayan mountains. The ground is the most picturesque, or as one official over there called it in an official speech, most picturesque ground ever.
Yeah.
But it was... you're trying to concentrate. The architecture of the little pavilions is this. It's the Tibetan refuge. It's where the Dalai Lama.
Oh wow, we're just having a look at a picture of it now.
So it's a beautiful pavilion. Plus, in the background, just snow-capped mountains.
Snow-capped mountains, crystal clear day,
How
and you're
gorgeous.
trying to concentrate on a bowler running in, and you're just looking around. And as I say, the Dalai Lama's residence is just up the hill.
Wow.
So we had a sitting with the Dalai Lama. He
Is he
came
a big
down and
cricket
opened
fan?
the game for us. Knows nothing about it.
Okay, great.
But he came. I had my wicket keeping pads on me, and he looked at him and he goes, he said, "You look like a spaceman." So I get told to carry on like a spaceman or something. But he was unreal.
so
He just
good.
smiled and was so pleasant.
When you sat down with him, what were the conversations like?
Well, we just had
Or do you
a
just
big
feel-
group.
Yeah.
Big group. You get.
Do you feel it when you're in
I'm
his-
not the most spiritual person. Don't get too, but you can't help but be absorbed by all that. You're just floating around up there.
Yeah.
Probably the fact that it's a pretty relaxed place, very herbal place.
Yeah.
So
Sure,
you're probably
gotcha,
floating on
gotcha.
other things too. But we had one guy, one of the Indian players in. There was two teams there. Had the chance. We had one question to ask him. So this guy got up on behalf of all of us to deliver one question.
Oh my God, what do you ask the Dalai Lama?
He asked him who his favourite cricketer was.
Oh, hilarious. And he didn't know, did he?
He didn't really know.
Because he doesn't watch it.
No. So
That's your one
missed
chance at asking
opportunity.
the Dalai
to be
Lama
in line
something
for it.
about world peace.
I just wanted to receive total consciousness on my deathbed.
Exactly.
I'm not sure we're getting it after that
Can we
question.
elevate to a higher plane here, or is Sachin Tendulkar your favourite cricketer?
Yeah.
Pakistan, did you play Test there before they shut it down for a while?
I didn't play a test. I played one day as on that tour. I wasn't in the test team then, but that was 1998. And then it was only, last year, wasn't it, when the team finally went back. So
Is that a place similar to India?
Similar, but we didn't see a lot other than hotel and ground.
Right.
The security was so heightened that we were pretty much just there. You play your cricket and you go back to your hotel, and that was about it. So, India's a chance to get right out and about. India, Sri Lanka, up at Kandy in Sri Lanka is also
Kandy's a
stunningly
beautiful town. Yeah.
And everywhere you go. I mean, Cape Town, Table Mountain.
Yeah, Table Mountain.
Singing the team song up on top of that, feeling like Leonardo DiCaprio, like king of the world. Look at us go here. But some pretty good joints that we've been around.
Yeah.
And I want to know about the food for you travelling around those places. Obviously, Warnie, when we used to hear about him. But did you ever have, Nat's travelled to India and you loved it as well, but did you have any issues worldwide, or you just found some of the most amazing food?
I think I'm the only Australian cricketer to put weight on in India. Because everyone goes, oh, no, I don't want to, be careful, but hop in. And the hotter, the better. So, you've got to be sensible about it. But you talk about the grounds, what are they like now? The hotels through that region are just stunning. They're on par with anything you find around the world, and you get spoilt for choice, but get out and about. A little bit of the street food if you get the chance, but
gutsy
That's
enough.
brave, yeah.
Yeah, that is brave.
We had some street food in Delhi as well, but we did a tour that was for that, and so they take you to the safest places. It's not like you're just rocking up to the first person you find and going, oh yeah,
that's
what
right.
you've got for what is that? So you got to do it safely, but
food
it's good.
everywhere. Yeah,
so
got
good.
to try it all out.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Are we making you hungry?
I'm always hungry. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, before we just quickly, but if I've got a very quick time, allow me to indulge. Thank you guys. You've probably already spoken about what you did for Ronald McDonald House Charity on Saturday night, but I'm sure you didn't give yourself.
My ponytail.
That was outstanding. That was beautifully positioned when it.
Well, at the start of the night, it was.
You guys did an absolutely brilliant job.
But we did it because you asked us to, and we will do anything that you ask us to. Because you're such a big bloke. It's like if Gilly wants us to do it, we will do it. But we were so happy to be a part of it. It's such an amazing. They're an amazing charity. What they do down at PCH, both on at the hospital grounds and in Ronald McDonald House, though alone is incredible. It's a great night and people are very generous. It's brilliant. The story that we heard from
Nat and
David
Dave,
about their son,
little Fergus,
Fergus.
Extraordinary, and what their family is going through. You know, when those things happen, it's not just the child that suffers; it's the whole family and the greater group around them. So it is. We're just very happy to help, really.
Yeah, absolutely. On that, Gilly, I was thinking, your whole family was there, and you're the ambassador for Ronald McDonald House Charities. You would get asked to be a part of a lot of charities along the journey, but you've been with this mob
You're the
for
patron.
a while.
23 years.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It must mean a lot to you then.
It does.
And
does.
not only you, but Mel and the kids and everything to be involved.
Well, that's the beautiful thing now. Our kids, Harry's about to turn 22, so they don't know life without it in our life.
Yeah.
And they've all engaged along more and more along the journey, and to have a table, we take our regular group that we take every year and have done for many, many years, but we've had to now get another table and take the kids, and they all bring a friend along. Yeah. And like any charity knows, you want to sort of regenerate and get new engagement of younger people coming in, but it's just more the engagement with the families at the house. Used to take Archie, one of our kids, down on a weeknight at mealtime, and he'd go in and do card tricks or take all the little kids out to the playground, just let the parents eat and relax for a little bit. So things like that, really cool, lovely to have the family there. But 23 years, just tried to really focus on that. But what I'll say, you guys get asked to do a lot of stuff, and I think there's people out there that can see it as work, if you like, but to get up and host like that and do it in such an engaged manner, relaxed.
Really be good at throwing to videos, hey, Sean?
No, but you keep it real, and everyone there could feel the warmth that you had for our organisation. Really heartfelt thanks.
Yeah,
really
it was a real pleasure to be involved with it, because it's such a great cause, and if you ask us to do something, we'll say yes. So
100%,
you should absolutely use that to your advantage.
149 for Australia.
We're going to be washing your car later this afternoon.
Well, McHappy Day's coming up this Saturday, and Ronald McDonald's not available. So can you put on the full suit and the red wig?
A lot of people call us clowns, so we're halfway there. Gilly, we love you. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Earlier on, if people are just listening in now, we were talking about the Ronald McDonald House Charities event that we hosted.
Yes, so we're the MCs for the evening.
And me and Nat walking around everywhere we did together, everyone kept stopping to say how amazing Natalie looked. And this morning, Claire's walked in just a second ago to talk about Taylor Swift. But Claire, straight away, first thing about Nat, same deal.
You look so amazing, Nat.
Well, as we know, the secret is to look crap the rest of the time, so that when you do put some effort in, and considerable effort was put in, like a lot of professionals went to work. So I had my hair done and then went off and had makeup done. I had the fake tan that I did myself after the basketball on Friday night. But,
yeah, right.
The expensive dress, the whole lot. The jewellery from Linny's, so that, there's, you look the goods, but I don't normally look like that. And so the contrast is so dramatic that people were blown away.
I can confirm that today
yes,
as well.
Exactly. Yeah, correct. So you're looking at me now, what I normally look like. Yeah, did not look like I did on Saturday.
And Amy, your husband, what did Alex say?
So I jumped on the socials yesterday wanting to see Nat's post.
It's all up there, including that hair tragedy.
I can't wait to see the whole look.
Yes.
And I'm like, ow, look at this. Look how hot Nat looked. And he just took one look and goes, oh, my God, her makeup looks great.
Long-bedded connoisseur of makeup. Well done, Alex. Yeah. That's so good. Blue eyeshadow is back, baby.
I mean, when does it get to a point where people are saying so many nice things about you? Does it go from being really great to being like, oh?
Well, because the implication is the rest of the time you look like trash. So, but I'll take it. I'll take it when I can get it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll take it for what. Throw compliments at me, please.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.